Rolling.
Okay, this is a correction mouth port pelham. It's a short shank, so technically should be a pretty mild bit, but actually not. And in reviewing this earlier today, I actually discovered something about the correction port I had never thought of, which shows that you learn something new every day. These are far worse than I ever thought. So with the mouth open and pulling back on the curb chain, you can see that the square edges of the port go down into the tongue and would actually ride down on the bars, and it's doing it on both sides of his face. You can see our little judgment hole right there. Now what's really bad though, and what most horse people don't think of, is that the width of the bars is narrow. It's 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches apart depending on breed, but so are the upper bars. And what I had never thought of, because we think of horses' noses being these wide 4-inch, 5-inch wide things, is that when this horse's mouth is closed and his teeth are meeting and this bit is rotated, well, now that port is hitting this extremely sharp edge. I'm going to pull out our palate so you can see how thin this edge is right here. That's how wide that bone is. It is literally knife edge sharp. So with our palate, which would actually be tucked up in there, and this is rotated, now that port is hitting that razor sharp edge, and every bit of skin and tissue between the port and the bone is being squished up in there. Now if we go back over to the top, so you can see this. So here's the rotation with the mouth open. You can see how much of that port is sticking up. Now on a regular tongue, the horse would avoid the pain and he would pull his tongue in and it would shoot up into the port like that. So that's what his tongue would look like. But if his mouth was shut, look at where that port is. Let me pull out the palate again so you could see how it is in relation to those upper bones. It would be hitting that. It would cause excruciating pain. This is why you see so many of these horses gape-jawed and behind the vertical, because this bit just hits every bone in their head hard. Really, really nasty. There's just nothing good about these correction ports. They really should ban them.